Ever wonder why some people have those massive chiseled backs that seem to dominate every time they hit the gym? I mean, we all know the feeling of trying to hit that back day hard, but still walking out with little to show for it. So, let me save you time and frustration, because today, I'm going to share the only exercises you need to completely transform your back and build serious mass. Stick around, because if you're not doing these, you might be wasting your time. Let's dive in. First up, we've got the king of all back exercises, and I'm talking about the deadlift. If you're not deadlifting, then you're leaving serious muscle on the table. It works nearly every muscle in your back, your lower back, traps, lats, and even your forearms get shredded. Deadlifts target multiple angles and stimulate muscle growth through heavy compound movements. But here's the trick. Form is key. If you're arching your back or pulling with your arms, you're doing it wrong. Keep your chest up, core tight, and focus on using your legs and hips to lift the weight. Pro tip: when you pull heavy, it activates the posterior chain, which is the key to thick, dense muscle that gives your back that V shape. A solid deadlift can literally skyrocket your back growth. Next, we've got a classic, pull-ups. And I'm not talking about the lazy ones where you swing like a monkey. I mean strict, controlled, full-range pull-ups. These are a game changer for building width in your back. But if you're looking for even more growth, you need to vary your grip. Wide grip, excellent for your lats. Close grip, more focus on the lower back and traps. If pull-ups are too hard, don't be afraid to use assistance or even try negatives. Jump to the top and slowly lower yourself. What makes pull-ups so effective? It's the fact that you're lifting your body weight, engaging your entire back, and creating a ton of time under tension. This is a must-do. Now, let's move on to bent-over rows. There are a million ways to do this exercise, but the bent-over barbell row is one of the best exercises to build overall thickness in the back. Here's why. Unlike other back exercises that focus on width, rows target your middle back, traps, and rhomboids. The movement is crucial for adding density, giving your back that deep, well-rounded look. Make sure you're hinging at your hips, not rounding your back, and pulling the barbell to your lower rib cage for optimal engagement. You can also switch it up by using dumbbells or doing a single-arm row to really isolate each side and hit those stubborn muscles. Alright, lat pulldowns. It's the perfect movement for really isolating the lats and helping you build that V shape. I'm talking about those lats that go all the way down and give you the illusion of a smaller waist. The key here is to keep the tension constant. Don't let the weight go up too quickly. Use a slow, controlled motion to pull the bar down, focusing on using your lats, not your biceps. You can also experiment with different grips: neutral, wide, or reverse. Each one hits the muscle from a different angle, and when you start varying the lat pull-down, you'll notice some serious growth. If you're serious about thickening up your back, the TBar Row is a must. This exercise is a powerhouse when it comes to building overall back mass. It hits the lats, rhomboids, and even the traps with an intense focus. The TBar Row allows you to lift heavy weights and keep your body in a more stable position, which means you can really pack on the plates. Focus on driving your elbows back and using your upper back to control the movement, not your arms. Pro tip: do these with a pause at the top of each rep to really increase the time under tension. You'll feel your back muscles working overtime. Now, let's talk about face pulls. If you're ignoring this exercise, you're making a huge mistake. Face pulls are essential for building those rear delts and upper traps, which are critical for giving you that broad, three-dimensional back look. Incorporate face pulls into your workout routine to improve posture and increase shoulder stability. You'll be amazed at how much more defined your upper back will become. But here's the kicker. People typically rush through face pulls. Don't. Slow and controlled reps with full range of motion are key to maximizing the effectiveness of this exercise. Last but definitely not least, shrugs. Shrugs are often overlooked, but they are a powerhouse for building your traps. If you want that Hercules look, this is a must. You don't have to go super heavy for shrugs, but you want to use a full range of motion and make sure you're squeezing at the top of each rep. Don't let your traps just hang. Actively squeeze them as if you're trying to touch your shoulders to your ears. Done correctly, Shrugs will give you that capped, thick look on the top of your back. Now, while building a massive back is about hitting those key exercises, there's also one thing you need to understand. Train for both strength and size. The back is a complex group of muscles. We've got the traps, lats, rhomboids, and lower back all involved, and each of these muscles will grow differently, depending on how you train them. For strength, you need to focus on low-rep, high-weight exercises, like deadlifts and barbell rows. These heavy compound movements recruit a lot of muscle fibers, encouraging strength and overall mass development. But, for size, we're talking about those muscle-building reps, which typically fall in the 8 to 12 rep range. Lat pulldowns, cable rows, and dumbbell rows allow for that time under tension, which is essential for muscle growth. So, don't just max out every session. Balance the heavy, lower rep strength movements with higher rep exercises for maximum hypertrophy. You can even vary the tempo. Slow down your reps on certain exercises to increase time under tension, especially on movements like lat pulldowns or dumbbell rows. Controlled movement is key to maximizing muscle growth. Alright, there you have it. The only exercises you need to build a massive back: deadlifts, pull-ups, rows, lat pull-downs, TBar rows, face pulls, and shrugs. These movements will cover all your bases for building both width and thickness in your back. Remember, consistency is key. You can't expect results overnight, but if you stick to these exercises, give them your all, and focus on form, you'll see those gains stacking up in no time. So, which of these exercises is your go-to for back day? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more videos like this.